Hi guys, welcome to this video. In this video, we will create a weather app using OpenWeatherMap API. As you enter a city, it shows the data present. Let's type London. As you can see, we get all the details from current weather. You can see BG took change according to the weather. You can see suggestions as well. Let's type Australia. You can change degree from Celsius to Fahrenheit. If you enter wrong city, it shows an error. BG took change according to the weather. It is fully responsive, so let's get started. Open your VS Code, go to Chrome, type white React. Click on the first link, scroll down, copy this command and paste it in your terminal. Give project name weather app. Package name will be same. Then select framework React and variant JavaScript. Copy this line and paste it here. Then install the node packages. Then let's install Tailwind CSS. Type Tailwind CSS. Go to framework guides. Click on using white. Copy this command and paste it in your terminal. Now copy this line and go to, we don't need app.css, remove this. Go to white.config.js and paste it here. Then copy this line and paste it here. Then copy this import statement. Go to index.css and paste it here. Then copy this h1 tag and go to app.jsx. Remove this code and write RAFCE and paste it here. Change class to class name. Now run our server npm run dev. Now as you can see, it's successfully installed. The Tailwind CSS is working fine. Now let's remove strict mode from main.jsx and from index. Give title weather app. Now let's create our component folder. Let's create our first component, that is weather background.jsx. Here let's go to GitHub. Let's close this and let's type GitHub and here search for weather. As you can see, a file is present here. Go to src, go to components, go to weather background.jsx, copy this whole code and paste it here. Now after this, let's type const get background is equal to an arrow function. Let's type if condition, then return gifs dot default. Const weather type is equal to condition dot main. Const asset is equal to gifs give weather type, then if asset, then return gifs dot default if type of async is equal to object, then return condition dot is day, then asset dot day, else asset dot night. After this, let's type return asset. After this, let's type const background is equal to get background, then type return. Let's type div, give class name fixed, insert 0, z index will be 0, overflow will be hidden. After this, let's type background is equal to video, then type video tag, type src, type autoplay, type loop, type muted, give class name width will be full, height will be full, object cover, opacity will be 100, pointer event none. Let's type animate fade in. Let's close this video tag, and inside this type source, give src will be video, then type will be video slash mp4. Let's close this source tag. After this, let's type image, give src will be background, alt will be weather bg, then class name will be width will be full. Let's copy this class name here and paste it here. Now opacity will be 20. Let's close this image tag, then type div, close this div right here, and give class name, position will be absolute, insert 0, bg black slash 30. After this, let's close this, and let's type export default weather background. Now let's go to app.jsx and import weather background. Now remove this h1 tag, and let's type give div the class name min height screen. Now let's import, let's call weather background, condition will be get weather condition function. Let's close this. Let's create get weather condition. Const get weather condition is equal to an arrow function. Let's type weather, and let's type main will be weather dot weather. Let's type 0 index dot main. Let's type is day, type date dot now slash 1000 is greater than weather dot system dot sunrise, and date dot now slash 1000 is less than weather dot system dot sunset. Make this R. Now this function checks whether exists or not and return an object. Let's type div, give class name flex, item center, justify center, padding will be 6, min height screen. Let's type div, give class name BG transparent, backdrop filter, backdrop blur MD, rounded XL, shadow will be 2 XL, padding will be 8, max with MD. Let's type text will be white, width will be full, border white /30, position will be relative, Z index will be 10. Let's type h1 tag, give class name, text will be 4XL, font will be extra bold, text center, margin bottom will be 6. Let's type weather app. Now you can get these assets from the given link below. So then close this, and here in app component, now let's refresh this and see weather is not defined. Now let's type const weather comma set weather is equal to use state, define null. Now as you can see, it's present here. Now after this let's type weather, then let's create a form tag. Here on submit, let's type handle search, give class name flex call, position will be relative. Here let's type an input tag. Let's type value will be city. Let's define city, const city comma set city is equal to use state empty string. Let's type on change, let's type e, let's type an arrow function set city e.target.value. Then here let's type placeholder, enter city or country, minimum 3 letters for the suggestions. Then let's type class name, margin bottom will be 4, padding will be 3, rounded. Then border white, BG transparent, text will be white, placeholder will be white, focus, outline will be none, then focus, border blue 300, transition duration will be 300. Then here let's define a state, that is const suggestion. Let's copy this and put a comma, set suggestion, make S capital, is equal to use state. Let's define empty array, and here after this let's type suggestion dot length is greater than 0 and div, give class name, position will be absolute, top will be 12, left will be 0, right will be 0, BG will be transparent, shadow MD, rounded, Z index will be 10. Then let's type suggestion dot map S, an arrow function. Let's type button. Here type, let's go to OpenWeatherMap. Let's go to weather API. Here let's sign in first. यहाँ पे चेंज करना है 14 मिनट 14 सेकेंड 42 सेकेंड. Let's go and click on create account, give username, then let's type email and password. Let's click on these check boxes and click I am not a robot. Let's create an account. After creating an account, you will get a API key. Now save it. Now go to API. Scroll down. We need current weather data. And scroll down. And we need geocoding API. That is here. Let's open this here. Then as you can see, my API key, and you can see your API key. Copy this. And here, after this, let's comment and place your API key here. Then go to geocoding API. Go to current weather data first and scroll down, and let's copy this API key. Here, let's copy this API key, and now put a comment and paste it here. Then scroll down and copy this API key and paste it here. Now change lat to s.lat and long to s.long. Put a sign here and close this. Now remove this API and let's type API key. And here let's copy this, remove this comment and type const API key is equal to your key. Then put this in single quotes. Now let's copy this and paste it. After this button, let's type will be sub button. Then key will be backtick s.lat minus $s.long. Then here let's type on click an arrow function fetch weather data. Here let's type backtick and place the API key. Now backtick s.name, put a comma, $s.country, then $s.state, then backtick, put a comma, $s.state, backtick closes, else single quotes. Now after this give class name to the button, block, hover, BG blue 700, BG transparent, padding from x-axis will be 4, padding from y-axis will be 2, text will be SM, text will be left, width will be full, transition colors. Now here let's type s.name, comma, s.country, s.state, and backtick, put a comma, s.state. Then after this, let's create a button tag. Give type will be submit. Give class name. BG purple 700. Hover BG blue 700. Text will be white. Font will be semi bold. Padding from y-axis will be 2. Padding from x-axis will be 4. Rounded. Then transition colors. Let's type get weather. Now else, let's type div, give class name, margin top will be 6, text will be center, transition opacity, duration will be 500. Now let's create a button tag, give on click, let's create an arrow function, let's type set weather null, then set city empty. Now type give class name, margin bottom will be 4, bg purple 900, hover bg blue 700, text will be white, font will be semi bold, padding from y axis will be 1, padding from x axis will be 3, rounded, transition colors, then let's type new search. Now as you can see, a button is here. Then after this, let's create a div, give class name, flex, justify between, item center, let's type h2 tag, give class name, text will be 3xl, font will be bold, let's type weather.name. Now let's create a button tag, give on click, let's create an arrow function, set suggestion, set unity, unit, let's define unit, const unit, comma set unit is equal to use state empty, let's type C, here let's type u, an arrow function, u is equal to C, else, then F, else C. It will change Celsius to Fahrenheit and then vice versa. Give class name bg blue 700, hover bg blue 800, text will be white, font will be semi bold, padding from y axis will be 1, padding from x axis will be 3, rounded, transition colors, let's type, and let's type a code unit. Let's type image tag, here let's type backtick, let's copy this API, and here let's change image wn slash $weather dot weather 0 index dot icon, here let's type @2 pixel dot png. Here in alt, let's copy this and paste it here, give backtick and give bracket and give it here, and let's type description. Then after this, give class name to the image, mx auto, margin from y axis will be 4, animate bounce. Now let's define another state, that is const error, comma set error is equal to use state, let's type empty. Then after this, let's type const handle search function, let's copy this and paste it here. Let's create an arrow function, let's create an async function, async e, an arrow function, let's type e.prevent val default, let's close this, then if city dot trim, then return set error, please enter a valid city name, then type await keyword, fetch weather data, and let's type backtick. Let's search for this API and copy this and paste it here. Here change, let's paste, copy and paste it. Paste this API ID here and give dollar here, give dollar sign here, change city to city.trim method, and now let's copy this and here let's type const fetch weather data is equal to async function. Let's type URL comma name is equal to empty. Then an arrow function, let's type set error empty, set weather null. Then let's type try. Here let's type const response is equal to await fetch URL. If response is not found, dot OK, then throw new error, that will be await response.json. Here dot message, else pass city name, city not found. Let's type const data to store the response, await response.json, then set weather data, set city will be name, else data dot name, then set suggestion will be empty array. Now here let's type catch block, pass error is equal to error. Let's remove this and let's type set error dot message. This, let's type this will fetch data from URL, and here this function prevent form submission validates city and fetches data via API key. Then after this let's type use effect. Let's create an arrow function. Now let's type if city dot trim dot length is greater than equal to 3 and weather not found, then const timer is equal to set timeout. Let's create an arrow function, set fetch suggestion city comma 500, return an arrow function clear timeout timer. Let's type set suggestion empty array, and here let's type dot comma, let's pass city comma weather. Now let's copy this and paste it. Let's type fetch 5 location suggestions from API and update on UI. Const, paste it here. Let's create is equal to async function. Let's type query and arrow function try. In try block, let's type const response is equal to await fetch. Let's type backtick. Let's go to geocoding API and let's copy this, and after this let's paste it here. I have to copy and paste it here, this API ID. Let's change limit to hard coded 5, and here let's remove this and let's type query, and let's copy this API and paste it in the backtick. Now let's give $sign, and now let's type response.ok status, then set suggestion await response.json format, else set suggestion empty array. After this, in catch block, let's type set suggestion empty array. Now after this image tag, let's go to GitHub and go to helper.jsx. Let's copy this code. Let's close this, and in component file, let's create helper.jsx. Let's paste this here. Let's understand this code. Here this function get wind direction means this function converts wind direction given in degrees, as it will convert direction according to the degree present. Then this function get humidity value. This function checks and returns humidity levels as per your requirement. Then this function get visibility value. This function converts meter to kilometer up to 1 decimal place, as it's written to fixed 1, that is up to 1 decimal place. This function converts temperature, converts Celsius to Fahrenheit up to 1 decimal place. Yes, this is the formula. Now let's close this. Let's type icon.jsx. Now let's go to GitHub and let's copy this import statement here. After this, these are the assets which are getting imported there. Now after this, let's type const icon is equal to src. Let's pass src alt and class name, and let's create an arrow function. Let's type image. Let's pass src. In alt, let's pass alt, then class name, pass backtick, height will be 8, width will be 8. Inline block, let's pass class name, make height will be 8. Then after this, let's type export default. Let's export const wind icon is equal to an arrow function. Let's type icon src wind icon. Then in alt, let's type backtick wind, give class name, back single quote, animate icon, svg hover. Let's close this. Let's copy this line and paste it 4 times. Now let's copy humidity icon and paste it here. Change this src to, then make H capital, here W will be capital. Now let's copy visibility icon, paste it here, make V capital. Then in sunrise icon, let's paste it here and paste it here. Make S capital here. And for sunset icon, let's copy and paste it here. Same here. Make S capital. Now here in Alt, change it to humidity. This will be changed to visibility. This will be changed to sunrise. And this will be changed to sunset. Here change all these to powerful pulse. Now let's close this and let's go to app.jsx. After this, let's type paragraph tag, give class name, text will be 4xl. Then let's type convert temperature function weather.main.temp, unit, and let's type icon code and type unit. Import it here. As you can see, it's imported from helper. Then after this, let's create paragraph tag, give class name, capitalize. Let's type weather at 0 index. Let's close this. Let's type dot description. Now it says cannot read the property name. Now let's type div, give class name, flex wrap, justify around, margin top will be 6. Now let's solve the error. That is weather, if not weather present. Now as you can see, it's solved. Now let's type Goa and it shows the icon is not coming. Let's type for the details to show humidity icon. Let's type humidity, put a comma, let's type backtick $weather.main.humidity icon, humidity, make H small, percentage. Here let's type $get weather condition, get humidity value, weather.main.humidity. Let's copy this and paste it 2 times. Here change humidity icon to wind icon. Here change this to get wind direction. This will be changed to wind. Weather.wind. Let's remove this. Let's type speed, meter per second. After this, let's type $weather.wind.degree. Then let's copy this line and paste it here and give a backtick and paste it here, else back single quote. After this, let's type visibility icon, change this to visibility. Then here weather.main. Let's remove this and let's type get visibility value weather dot visibility, make v small. Let's close this. Dot map function. Now let's pass icon, comma label, comma value dot is equal to an arrow function. Now let's type div, key will be label, give class name flex, flex column, item center, margin will be 2. Now let's close this div, and here let's type icon, let's type paragraph tag, give class name, margin top will be 1, font will be semi bold, let's pass label. Then after this p tag, let's type paragraph tag, give class name, text will be sm, let's pass value. Now as you can see is present here. Then after this, let's type div, give class name flex, flex wrap, justify around, margin top will be 6. Let's pass sunrise icon, put a comma sunrise, put a comma, type weather dot system dot sunrise. Then let's type sunset icon, put a comma, type sunset, put a comma, type weather dot system dot sunset. Then here let's type dot map function, let's type icon, put a comma label, put a comma to time. Then let's create an arrow function, let's type div, key will be label, class name will be flex, flex column, item center, margin will be 2. Let's close this div right here. Then let's copy this line and paste it here. After this, let's type p tag, give class name, text will be sm, let's pass new date, let's type time dot time into 1000 dot to local date string to show date as well as time, en dash gb, r will be 2 digit, then put a comma, minutes will be 2 digit. Now let's search for this. Now as you can see, date and time are coming here. After this, let's type div, give class name, margin top will be 6, text will be sm, let's type paragraph tag and strong tag, type feels like, let's pass convert temperature weather dot main dot feels like. Let's close this, put a comma, and let's type unit. Let's close this. Let's type a code that and unit. Then again a p tag and a strong tag. Let's type pressure, and here let's type weather dot main dot pressure HPA. Now as you can see, feels like and pressure are present here. Then after this, let's type error and let's type paragraph tag, give class name, text red 400, text center, margin top will be 4. Let's close this and let's pass error. Now after this, let's check. Let's type for Pune. Now the icon is not coming. Make it 2x.png. Now let's check. It's not coming. The functionality is working fine. So here let's give a $sign, and here let's remove this API and type description correctly. Now it's present here, the icon, but background is not coming. Remove this type of assets. Now let's type. Let's close this all and let's type Pune. Now as you can see, it shows the icon and BG. Now here let's type description to show the text, clear sky. Then let's search for Goa. It shows this, and the background is changing according to the image. Let's search Dubai. Then search for London. It shows the suggestion too. Now it shows this. Now after this, let's search for Lucknow. It shows this. It is responsive for every devices, for mobile, for laptop, and for bigger screens. Now let's host this using Vercel. Now first publish this GitHub repository. Now let's change the name. Let's publish this GitHub repository, and after that, wait, it will take some time. Now let's go to Chrome and let's go to GitHub, type for weather app. Now let's copy this URL and go to Vercel. Now let's open this. Go to add new, click on project, click on import third party Git repository, paste the link here, press continue, give project name in small, make weather app, put a dash, create. After pressing create, it will take some time. So let's wait. It will take some time. Now it's all done. Click on continue to dashboard. Now the link is given here. Now let's search for Pune. It's working fine. So now you have hosted your site using Vercel. Let's search Delhi. Now it shows all the details. It's working fine. So this is all. Stay tuned for more updates. Thanks for watching.